Hi, how are you? This is Nicholas Brendan, and I got two things to say. One, it could be witches, some evil witches, which is ridiculous because witches, they're persecuted, wicked, good, love the earth, and women power, and I'll be over here. Bump, bump, bump. Second thing I gotta say is, hey, Scoobies, this is RAZZLE. I'm Nicholas Brendan, or Xander from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and you're watching and ranking every episode and character in BTVS, better known as Buffy the Vampire Slayer, better known as Nicholas Brendan's show. Please rank me number one, character-wise. I think I've earned it. By RAZZLE, by Scoobs. This is RAZZLE. You are Scoobies. I'm Nicholas Brendan. I played Xander. Cool. Have fun watching and ranking. Xander's number one. Nicholas Brendan's number two.
Hello everyone, and welcome to RAZZLE. I have a new guest on this week, and we are watching Season 1, Episode 3. Hello, new guest. Her name is Samantha Mourar. If you could introduce yourself and your association with Buffy.
Yeah, so my name's Sam, like you said. I'm on Season 5. I've been watching Buffy for probably 2 years. And my husband, Zach, got me into it because I think you got
I got Zach into it.
So that's how I did it. I watched the first season. Somehow or another, I didn't get to the second season. It was like a year. And now I rewatched Season 1 and have gone all the way through.
So, like, you're not going to have full context for, like, anybody in the future, but that's fine. As I get into the rules here, we're actually going to be ranking every episode in the entire series and placing it in a tier, but there are no spoilers from anything to the point of where we are. Also, two-part episodes are ranked individually. For characters, we're going to rank every character that appears in at least 2 episodes, and we rank them at their second episode appearance. And characters are ranked based on their spot to that point in the series. For you guys, the people watching, the comment section will contain spoilers, so be wary of spoilers if you haven't seen the show. And the comment section is for discussion, not hate. So I think that's really all we have to cover if you're ready to jump into the episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every generation there is a chosen one.
Also question, I can talk during this, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Enslave yourself to this cult?
You don't like the color?
I think you really get to see the
No, I believe that.
Giles Buffy bond in this one.
He's amazing.
I want to do something normal, something safe.
Buffy cuts are the best. We talked about this, Zach and I, in the first episode, but where it's like, oh, I want to do something safe, and then it cuts to, witchcraft.
Something absolutely not safe.
This is the first episode to tackle something that's not vampires, so we're going on to witches.
Well, this is kind of where it begins, like that monster of the week type, sort of, right?
Yep.
Ooh, stretchy.
Xander.
Creepy Xander.
What's this? What's that? Well, how sweet.
Willow.
Yours.
Xander's still pining over Buffy.
She is a Laker girl.
Who
I
wouldn't?
heard she turned them down.
Do the Lakers look at high school students for their cheerleaders?
Apparently for Sunnydale.
Amy,
Oh,
I didn't know
Amy.
you wanted to be a
I'm pretty sure I listened to that song on Dance Dance Revolution.
This also starts the introducing a character that they act like has been there all along.
I kind of like that they do that, though.
She's on fire.
That girl's on fire.
It's, for the show. And after this, she became part of the Fantastic Four.
Yes.
It's okay, you're gonna be okay.
This theme song for, Season 1 and 2 is the best, I think.
I have seen some pretty cringeworthy things, but
Like Xander?
It's number 1.
So
I've always kind of wondered why there's a cage in the library.
right?
Yeah, I don't understand it either. I'm sure that's like a real thing. Like that actually exists in some libraries, but I don't understand why it would.
I laugh in the face of danger, then I hide until it goes away.
One of Xander's
Okay, just
good
walk
moments.
softly, at least until we know
He
it's
just has
Yep.
like great and bad moments and like nothing in between.
No. He's very polarized. As much as I like to make fun of Xander, like, I would absolutely be Xander.
I didn't expect 3 episodes to be the time that I go into a little bit of a rant, but here's the thing about Xander. Xander is problematic because he does say some horrible things
Oh, yeah.
throughout the show. But I also remember being a teenage boy and also saying horrible things and not necessarily being a good person. So he feels like a real character. That doesn't change the fact that he says problematic things, and when he does, I will call it out on here. But I feel like he's a real person, and his growth is interesting to see.
Yeah.
Though some things he says are just kind of irredeemable.
Good thing you got that crowbar.
Yeah. Here's some problem with Joyce too, is that, like I've said before, she's written very inconsistently, and in this episode they kind of play her more like,
I'm not in trouble.
No, not yet.
like saying stuff like that. Like,
Yep. I was not the biggest fan of her
You don't need to see it.
in this
You know,
season.
let's begin with group performance.
She's very sassy looking.
yeah.
I guess you have to have that face and tone when you're I'm assuming the cheerleading captain.
How does the captain chosen
Well-
before the rest of the team?
That is a good question.
Me. You saw that, right?
Cordelia is the best.
Yeah.
Right?
Her outfits are on point too.
Right?
Her nickname was Catherine the Great. Made them
Not even that much of an original nickname.
It really isn't.
Maybe they give Willow more to do. Episode 2, she doesn't have a lot. It's a spooky
Scary.
looking school.
Yeah. With the leaky faucets too.
I have a dream.
Cordelia is the big bad.
Is it true that she went up for Buffy? Like the actress went up to play Buffy?
I know Sarah Michelle Gellar went for Cordelia.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm
But
thinking of.
I think you're right though. I think it was both.
Well, they got the casting right though.
Yeah, I could see Sarah Michelle Gellar playing Cordelia, but I don't know that I could see Charisma Carpenter playing Buffy. She didn't.
yeah.
She failed at shutting that locker.
You're like a guy. You're my guy who knows about girl stuff.
That hurts.
Yep, that's a knife in the heart.
It's okay. He gets his just desserts later.
Good lucky.
At what point can Xander get a better haircut?
I don't remember. I mean, I know it changes.
Bow before me.
I like the one button look, Xander.
You dig it? You dig Xander's look?
Just the one in the middle. No others.
They try so hard and make him wear like the baggiest clothes so that they could hide that he's like actually like in really good shape. Like,
Oh, is that why they do it? I just assumed they did it to make him look like dorkier.
yeah, it's kind of both, and that's the same with Allison Hannigan for Willow. Like, I mean, we all know what Allison Hannigan looks like, and she's not dorky at all. But they try so hard.
This is what my attic looks like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but only when I'm not right now because I'm not doing potions. I think that works. You just pick a Barbie that looks somewhat like the person.
Yeah, it's a good thing that they make Barbie Sunnydale cheerleading outfits. Hey, this is an important conversation. Probably the most important conversation we could have. Can a Slayer burn themselves on a bagel like that?
Yeah, because she does so much
She takes
and
punches
doesn't really
to the
get
face
hurt.
and is like, you know, hey, I'm good now.
That bagel was super hot though.
It's still like an industrial toaster.
What if it's a surprise thing? Like when she's aware of the punches coming, she's fine, but she wasn't aware of it. The bagel.
She didn't
would be
think the
hot.
bagel would be hot coming out of the toaster.
So it's more of a surprise thing.
I'm not you. I'm into my own thing.
Your own thing.
That's, yep.
Yep, and that.
And now
encapsulates
Joyce
it.
is back to being mean. I mean, I like that every time they have her be mean, they give her this moment of like being like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Like, you know she's not a bad person.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a nice ring, Xander.
You don't mind, do you?
It's kind of rude of Buffy.
Like carrying
now
her
that I think
books.
about it.
Yeah.
I'm happy driving instructor doesn't appear in more than one episode. I don't even know where I'd rank this dude. He's giving me nothing.
Hey, like, could you be any more slumpy in, like, how much you hate your life and your job? But I feel like for somebody who can't see, you wouldn't be so confused. Like, she's acting like she's in a daze.
I mean, maybe there's more to it, but
There could be
no,
more
it doesn't
to
appear
it.
like it now. Do you think this UPS driver also can't see?
But also, like, oh my god, Cordy, you can hear. Your ears weren't affected. Oh, yeah.
They spent money on those color contacts. They have to
Yeah,
show
they
them for a
did.
while.
Amy.
So you guys are leaning towards Amy.
She's
Good
desperate to get
deducement.
that. I buy this feeling she'd do just about anything.
Or
to make
deduction.
Noah's dream come true.
Deduction's probably a better word than what I just said. There's elbow patches on that jacket.
Cheerleading
I
was
don't
kind
know.
of her mom's last hurrah.
I feel like there
But
should
now
be.
that's all I'm looking for.
Amy's got to be more subtle with this. They picked up on that right away. Love how they all act when they're on computers. They get real, like, into the typing.
So we find out Xander's been checking out the books on witchcraft.
Would you like to look at the semi-nude engravings?
Oh, well, I guess it is what you think.
I'll say one thing, Xander is written consistently.
Yeah, that is very true.
You can get that in the science lab.
It's a good thing this school has, like, everything you need.
Do we have Eye and Newt in the school?
Is the impression that they just use the frog eye? It is. They just use the frog
Yeah.
eye.
I have newt.
That's not a newt, right?
I see, that confuses me every time I've seen this episode, because it's not a newt.
That's clearly not a newt. Newts are like lizard-like, but like frog-like.
Right.
But not, that's straight up a frog.
That's definitely a frog. Maybe they couldn't get like money for like a gecko or something
Like,
similar.
Remember, they're just like people don't like dissect newts. Why didn't they just change it to eye of frog?
They could easily have done that. They
Call
were
it
like,
eye of
nobody's
toad.
gonna
If they said
notice.
toad, I'd be like,
That
I
would
don't.
be good.
That looks kind of toadish. Maybe it's a toad, maybe it's a frog, but toad sounds more magic.
I feel like you definitely should not be doing this with the witch in your classroom.
I do think it's a little bit weird because they're dissecting frogs. Like, what does the science teacher think they're doing with chemicals and stuff?
Yeah.
Those are interesting gloves.
What the
I'm
girl
more-
is wearing?
Yeah, it's just white gloves. It's just thought it was interesting. Oh no, it's from the science.
Are they-
It's
yeah.
they're science gloves. I thought that they were like, I don't know, Mickey Mouse gloves. I mean, all you had
Not
to do was
spooky at
look
all.
at the gate to her house and been like,
Yeah,
oh.
Yeah, you could
Didn't have
just
to do
walk
an
by and be like,
experiment.
well, clearly. That house is just creepy from top to bottom. That is a creepy house.
Attic to gate.
Miss Buffy and friends are sneaking around stealing bits of my hair.
You were right, Sam. They shouldn't be doing it with her in the room. Oh, but she got something back.
Oh, that's even better than hair. That's gonna get you something real good.
From my knowledge of magic and stuff, that's worth at least 60 strands of hair.
Oh, absolutely. Like the hair gets you the blue coloring on the skin, but that bracelet's getting you something real good.
Yeah, like major. That's more than
Oh,
than a Barbie doll with Sunnydale cheerleading.
Oh, absolutely. To me, that is not the scariest thing that's happened to any of the other cheerleaders.
Yeah,
But that's just my opinion.
Hers is like gonna kill her.
I am
So that's like,
squad, which is great because
Yeah, but right now it looks it's great.
yeah.
you know there are just some things about being a vampire slayer that the older generation.
Whoop.
I love how many times Joyce is just like,
What? I'm fine.
It's okay.
so like my daughter's crazy, whatever.
Wacky teenagers and their hormones. Who thought when they were making the school colors, they thought, yeah, ketchup red and mustard yellow. Buffy's gonna need some white sneakers.
I mean, she's doing more than they are. Like some of them are just standing around, and then
No,
you know she launches a girl.
I mean, but yeah, for her being
Out of here.
out of it, she's doing a great job.
Our next alternate. Oh. Amy, you just made two. No.
Just
Was
standing there.
she
She just
staring
appeared
there
like
wide-eyed?
Batman.
You're not like other boys at all.
Well,
You are totally and completely one of the girls. And that's
Take that, Xander. Look at Willow's
That's for what
face.
you
She got
said to
so
Willow.
happy.
Care why I just care that you go and breathe.
Aw,
Charles, where
that
would
was
you be
nice.
casting these spells?
Oh, she needs
Gross.
a sacred-
Love the car, Giles. Killing it.
I love that they are already giving Giles his like fatherly bond to Buffy.
Obsession with
Oh, yeah.
her mother, you should assume some responsibility for her
Oh?
actions.
Yep. Here's our reveal.
It's a clue.
That stare.
Are you Amy?
I don't understand.
Giles, you're supposed to be the watcher. You're the like smart one. Come on.
He's like, what?
It's like I don't understand how this is possible.
It's hard to be a Karen.
It's a good thing she's no longer loopy and stuff.
Yeah, she's clear-headed.
Yeah, just
Dying.
dying of like flu-like symptoms.
I didn't realize Buffy the Vampire Slayer was only a 3-episode show.
That's it. That's it.
And she's done. It's definitely more menacing when you have like chains just hanging down too.
That jump scare. She leaves a cat locked in a box?
Yeah, what's her reasoning for that?
I know cats like maybe for magic or something like that, but like did she need a
Wouldn't you
dead
just keep it
cat? It's
out?
locked in a box.
And honestly, if she needed a dead cat, she could have done something a little less painful
Killed the cat, yeah, in a nicer way.
and just kept it inside a box.
There's more than one way to kill a cat. It's just the one song. That's all they got.
This one song over and over. Some whistle blows. I'm getting into it.
She doesn't seem that bad.
I feel like they didn't like her because when they immediately said who's our next alternate and they looked at Amy,
Oh yeah, they were like, nope. They were like, maybe we'll just, get thrown by the
her.
weird girl. I'm just saying, somebody walks by this room. This looks pretty weird.
like, what's the librarian doing to the student? I like that the Razorback is also participating in the cheer. Are her witchy senses tingling?
Another eye of frog.
Here we go.
She had to make. He made her do it.
You're coming with us and you're doing it.
From alternate to the top of the pyramid thing. That's not a pyramid. I don't know enough about cheerleading.
Something.
But you're right. Her
I don't
witch
know
senses
cheerleading
do
either.
appear to be tingling.
Her witchy senses are. Oh.
Not her fault that they all fell over.
Yeah, that base was not very supportive. They can just tell from her creepy face. They're like, I gotta get away from her.
Well, all your witchcraft. I know this
Willow.
really good cauldron. Do you actually
No.
ride a broom?
Oh, she's actually Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Xander!
And that's how Xander died. And that's how Willow
And
died.
it's Giles the vampire slayer watcher.
When you break that glass, doesn't it set off the alarm?
I think it's supposed to, and you would think that
No one's near the
based
holes
upon
at
where
all.
the school is.
Somebody could have tried to stop her from axe murdering that person. More than just yelling release, in case you didn't get it in time.
He is still sick, correct?
No, I
Well,
think he got rid of all the spells.
Oh,
with
just
yelling
it just
release.
all went
It
away.
was a blanket spell. Get rid of her.
Lucky for you, Amy, you got an axe.
Oh, never mind. She's just.
Dang it.
Yeah, you gotta hold that better. You knew she had the force. Wait.
I'm getting a very Shining vibe from this.
I feel better.
Maybe she just launches her across the room.
Ooh, very witchy.
Ooh, black eyes.
Oh. So they had to buy white and black contacts for this episode.
They probably gotta buy one, get one.
There was definitely a BOGO sale going on.
Giles already knocked out.
Interesting.
That'll happen a bunch more times.
I got her. Cut her head off.
Xander,
Well,
what
that
are
was
you
a little
doing?
rude.
Saving you?
Get your hands off of her.
Xander's gotta save the lady.
It wasn't exactly her.
Where is she?
Hey, Willow, it's cool.
This?
Yeah.
Willow is amazing.
I forgot they gave Joyce this growth.
Coming from. How do I can't understand you because I'm not 16.
I think that's true.
Do you ever wish
I forgot Joyce had so much in this
I
episode.
understand you?
A very Joyce-filled episode.
Yeah.
Love Joyce.
My dad is
Not a big fan of her hair in this season. I love it that's clearly not Amy anymore. Like, they dress her completely
Yes,
different.
but now this is
Now
the-
she's a teenager.
Yeah.
You that last spell? She said I'd never make trouble again.
She's a trophy mom.
Ah.
And the special effects for this are just
Top
that is
notch.
clearly a person trapped in a trophy.
So that was
I
Rich.
like what you did.
Yeah, it's got the tears and everything. So we don't just because
I
that's the thing.
like
It would be
that.
hard for people, especially not you, because you've seen these episodes, but for people that are coming in that have never seen an episode, to rank based on where it fits in the thing. But I've got the tears, which the first two episodes were both listed as good, though I would put the Harvest as somewhere between good and forgettable.
Yeah.
Well, let's get your thoughts first. Where do you see this? And I'll start getting this set up on my phone so that I can put it in. But
So of course I can't rank based off of the whole what I know. I can only rank based off of these three episodes.
These 3 episodes, if you can remember the first 2. If not, just use this one.
Well, I like your idea of the Harvest being somewhat forgettable because I'm having a hard time remembering the
Yep.
Harvest all that much. I just said it was a great episode, but I don't know if I would classify this as a great
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah,
I
in terms
think-
of the tiers, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's forgettable because, like, I when people are like, oh, the witch, I know what episode they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I like this episode. So
I
would say it's good.
I am going to quickly correct you and see if this changes your thought on it. The episode is called Witch instead of The Witch because it's a pun.
Oh.
It's a pun like witch as in which one? Like W-H-I-C-H?
Are you kidding me right now, Alan?
I'm not kidding you right now.
Are you?
A lot of the names are clever type of ideas.
Well, and I've noticed that, like, I don't notice it in the beginning when I'm watching it, but, like, after it's done, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. But I never noticed that about Witch.
Yeah, so
well, now it's definitely good in my mind. It's solidified itself.
I also have it good. Here's what I'll do. If you want, I'll go and I'll tell you what I was thinking. Okay. My thought was to put it in between Welcome to the Hellmouth and the Harvest. That's where I think I didn't
rank it.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. Is probably in between Welcome to the Hellmouth and the Harvest. Part of me wants to put it ahead of Welcome to the Hellmouth, but Welcome to the Hellmouth still has like a lot going on, and it's still the pilot.
Welcome to the Hellmouth.
So I would probably put it at number 2.
I think it's definitely above the Harvest. Yeah.
That's where I was thinking. I think it's a really fun episode. It's still like very Monster of the Week. There's a lot of characters we don't see. We don't see the Master. We don't see Darla. We didn't see Principal Flutie at all, right?
Oh.
Yeah, so...
Principal Flutie.
Yeah, he was in the first 2 episodes. But there's a lot of characters we don't see. This is going to be interesting when we rank the characters. But it's a Monster of the Week episode, but I think it's one of the successful ones.
I would agree with you. It's one of the successful ones. And especially because, like, season 1 has a lot of corny episodes that, like, make me laugh, and I love them. Mm-hmm. But this one's not really corny, but I do love the monster.
I think this is one that's, like, some of those season 1 episodes I find as, like, I know they're bad, but I enjoy them. This one, I think, is actually a good episode that I enjoy.
Yeah.
We're coming up on some bad ones, but...
Yeah, so... When Zach or you or somebody said that I would be in this before you actually told me, I forget. I thought maybe I was going to get one of the, like, in my head I was picturing a corny one.
Oh, I'm sure you'll get a corny one eventually.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, no, it's a different sheet just for the characters here. And yeah, same sort of idea, same sort of tiers. Now, this is based off of the first 2 episodes. This is already the ranking from The Harvest. And I had Ryan on. I do think that this is going to see some changing around. But you can see here, I think the best way to do it would be for us to work down the list as it is there and determine what tiers they'll be in and then, move them around from there. Is that the best way? So, we had Buffy Summers as in the best characters tier, and she was listed at number 1. Do you think she deserves a demotion, or do you think she's still in the best character tier from 3 episodes in?
Okay, here's what I think, is she did 2 really good things this episode, and that was kind of it. And they were minor. She punched the mom and sent her flying across the science room, which was awesome. And she made the deduction, she made a couple different deductions about Amy being a witch and then about Amy being, her mom being inside her. But, like, other than that, that sounds bad. But you get what I'm saying. But, I mean... I'll be honest with you. Other than that, she really didn't do all that much in this episode. I feel like other people did better than her. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
so if also anything,
focusing. So do you think she gets demoted out of this tier, or do you think? And also, you do remember that at one point she acted super loopy, and that was fun.
You're right. That was fun. Yeah.
I'm not trying to sway your opinion at all. I'm interested to hear. I mean, we work together on the list.
I mean, if anything, she would go down to great character, and she wouldn't be above Giles. I mean, below Giles. But, like, yeah, I mean, we can...
What are you thinking?
Let's keep her...
You think stay in best, or you think move down to great?
I'm thinking great.
Now we move on to Rupert Giles, who was listed as great character after the last episode. Now, again, we're factoring in, 3 episodes worth. If you can remember the first 2, awesome. If you can't, work with this, and I'll try to input stuff from before.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to have to happen, because now I'm thinking, based off of this, I mean...
He was pretty good in this episode.
He was awesome in this episode. Mm-hmm. He cast his first spell. Like, that's amazing. Good for him, and it worked.
He got his first time being knocked out.
and he survived it well.
Yeah, he did a great job surviving, I think. We
Yeah.
haven't seen, I mean, maybe he doesn't survive it. We didn't see much after that scene, you know?
That's true. But I mean, and obviously, who knows? Maybe he didn't live past this episode. Ooh. But I mean, what else did I like?
Are you thinking about moving him ahead of Buffy? Is that what you're thinking?
I'm trying not to let what happens in the future affect anything. But I definitely would keep him in the great characters category, and I think I would move him above Buffy.
So
this
is interesting because I don't know. I'm kind of between because I think that both are great. I still think. I mean, I will let your opinions stay in the video, but I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to leave him at 2 because I still think Buffy has him by a little bit.
All right. I respect your opinion.
Thank you. What are your thoughts on Cordelia? She does have a little bit to do until she gets blind.
She has a little bit to do.
She's still the mean girl.
When we talk about a good character, do we mean like... We don't mean like morality.
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Siding with Cordelia doesn't mean that you're a horrible person.
Okay, because, I mean, in my mind, at this point in the season, I am not a fan of Cordelia at all. And she really didn't do too much she did do some things.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will be interested in hearing a demotion. If you're like, you actively dislike the character, well, we can look into those things as well.
I don't think she should get a demotion maybe to forgettable because I don't think she's forgettable.
Well, certainly, it's hard to forget Cordelia.
Right. But I think she definitely needs to go below some people on this list.
Okay. Do you see anybody on the list that you want to see her go under? Like, to any sort of thing? Like, is she lower than Xander, Willow, the Master, Luke?
Oh, she's lower than Willow. For sure.
What tier do you think she's in?
I do think she's in the green tier.
She's still in good. So,
yeah.
Okay, she would be towards the bottom. Do you think she's lower than the Master or Luke, who unfortunately aren't in this episode? Okay. No. So, let's just put her down to 5 for now then.
That works.
So that moves us to Xander Harris.
He's a good character. I don't think he needs to move. In terms of tiers, I don't think he needs
so you think
to move.
He's still good in good?
By this episode, that's what I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's weird because he has some of his first few lines that are oof type deal.
Yeah.
But he also has some funny lines. He has some funny moments. There's the cute moment with Buffy where he certainly cares for her, and I don't think it's just on a I want to sleep with this girl type caring. I think it's an actual caring situation. So I'm willing to keep him in green too. Where do you think that puts him? Do we lower him under, some of these other people, or do you want to leave him here and then we'll move people around from there?
I think he definitely needs to maybe him and Willow switch places definitely But
that's the only person you're thinking of right now? Because we'll move on to Willow in a second here.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay, well then let's just move to Willow and we'll go from there.
I feel like Willow could move tiers to great, but I don't...
If she's in great, does she boost above Buffy or Giles?
No.
Neither Buffy nor Giles?
No, so she's definitely going to be 3 on the list in my head.
But is she great?
You can make... But right. Is she great? A great character or a good character? Because I'm trying not to let,
Yeah, so let's just think. I mean, we're using all of the episodes into consideration. The first episode, she had quite a bit, and she had some really cute lines of just shyness and stuff like that. We see her start even to get a little bit in this episode, coming into her own, and she has a line against Cordelia that's a little sassy, and you start to see, she's already getting some defiance on things, so that's pretty nice. I think I'm going to agree with you to move her at least ahead of Xander. I don't think I'm going to put her above Giles. We do see some, like I said, stuff with her that is pretty nice. So I'm going to leave it to you because I'm flip-flop between the two on good or great too. So, and since I take, people's opinions into consideration, I think that we can figure from there.
Oh, I think when you started talking about going through, I think I was going to say, oh, she definitely needs to be great because she wanted to protect Buffy, but so did Xander. So I can't really use that as a reason for.
That could be a factor, though. It's one of the factors that got Xander so high for me.
But, like, I don't really know. Willow didn't do, like, she started to do some stuff, but I don't think she really, I feel like she can stay in good. I feel like she didn't do as much. But switch with Xander. But switch with Xander, yeah.
Well, the Master and Luke both weren't in this episode. The only thing that I could justify would be moving Luke into forgettable, but
that's what I was going to say.
I think I'm going to keep him in good for now. He's certainly going to drop as time goes, but since we have such a short list, I still have the memory of him for now. We'll get going along. Jessie Mcnally is already deceased. Rest in peace. Jessie, the friend from the first 2 episodes. I don't know if you remember him at all. Nope. Yeah, he's already gone. That's certainly a case for being forgettable.
And it doesn't drop you to bad or worst. I mean,
Darla's not in this episode. Bob Flutie's not in this episode. Angel is not in this episode. I don't think we can move him, but he's still in bad character right now.
That breaks my heart.
We know nothing about him, though. That's the thing that's wrong with him. He shows up and he's just flirts with Buffy for a minute.
Yeah, he's
unfortunately
doing the broody thing.
I'm sure the next episode that you're on, he'll be up higher because it'll
I hope so.
Our last person that we can rank on here is Joyce. Now, for people that are confused, there is a character in this episode that will appear a second time, but we don't rank until their second appearance. So that's why we're not ranking anyone else. So there was nobody else that appeared in 2 episodes. So Joyce Summers.
Oh.
What do you think about Joyce? Joyce is listed as a bad character and so far the worst on the show.
Okay, so she, like we talked about as the episode was going, she has an arc.
Yeah.
For the episode. So I don't like that
this
she's
is the
bad.
This is the episode that she's had the most to do. So I think she had quite a bit going on. Like I said, there's some stuff about her being written sort of inconsistently, but I'm interested to see where you would put her. Which, realistically, this is the episode that first starts to really define her a little bit more.
I would agree with you on that. So I would want her to move tiers. And again, like, I know you kind of have the final say, so that's fine.
Sure.
But I definitely want to move her out of bad, but then the next one up is forgettable. And I don't necessarily think she's forgettable from this episode.
I think she's at the cusp of... She's really kind of between... forgettable and good, and I could see her going and so is, for the record, Luke. So I'm not saying she couldn't go ahead of Luke. I think she's either gonna come in at 7, 8, or 9. No, not 7, 8, or 9. It would be either 7 or 8, and either forgettable or good. But I want to hear what you're thinking.
So I think the more you talk about it, the more I want to put her in the good character category, but behind Luke. Lower
That's
than
exactly where I was thinking. I was thinking at 8, which is officially, at this point, going to make Angel the worst character of the show.
Poor Angel.
For now. Yeah, but, okay, well then that's
Joyce.
it. That's our character list, though. Buffy Summers, Rupert Giles, Willow Rosenberg, Xander Harris, Cordelia Chase, The Master, Luke, Joyce Summers, Jessie Mcnally, Darla, Principal Bob Flutie, and then Angel, wrapping up.
This is really, I think that's a great list. And I'm also really excited to see how this list looks as the episodes go on, because that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, okay.
To look at.
Well, then there's one more thing that I do, and I leave it 100% up to you, so tons of pressure.
Oh, gosh.
But we have the MVP of the episode, which is the person that you view as the most valuable person. This person doesn't have to appear in more than one episode. I want to see who the MVP of the episode is in Sam Mourar's eyes.
This is... Okay. So, immediately I have 4 people that come to mind.
Okay.
Based off of just what they did. And it would have to be... I mean, for me, it would be between Buffy, Giles... Amy, just because she had a lot to do, and Amy's mom.
Oh, okay.
Because she's the villain. But I think ultimately...
When you say Amy's mom, do you mean the character of Amy's mom in Amy's body? Or do you mean the character...
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh,
so Catherine Madison.
Yes.
Amy Madison, Catherine Madison.
You know a lot of little facts. I wouldn't have known. Yeah, okay, Catherine the Great.
She's Catherine the Great. That's why I remember it.
I honestly, though, I think my MVP is Giles. I think he did the best. I'm going to give it, way to go, Giles.
Well, and that's fair, because I told you that I wasn't going to move him to number 1, so you're like, well, then I'm going to give him the MVP. So congratulations on your MVP award, Giles. Here are the characters again, and here are the episodes. So thank you guys very much. You can see here, Welcome to the Hellmouth, then Witch, then The Harvest. These documents are all available for you to look at yourselves in the description down below. Thank you so much, Sam, for being with us. Is there anything you want to plug or causes that you want to talk about or anything? You've got the floor.
Oh, I have an Instagram.
Okay, you can plug that if you want.
Yes, my Instagram is a personal Instagram, so there's nothing going on with there except pictures of my cats sometimes.
There you go.
And it is Samantha Mourar 30.
Good.
I'll put it in the description.
I'll put it in the description.
Oh, good. Stop the mental health stigma. Thank you.
There you
everyone.
Go. That's nice. Okay, guys, you can find me here on this channel making more of these videos and also some other things. You can go ahead, click the little RAZZLE logo down there and check out anything. We do all kinds of stuff, not just me. We've got 3 people working on RAZZLE, so you can check out all of those below.
Wow, we had so many technical difficulties in that episode. Thank you so much for sticking it through to the end. You can find me on Twitter at Alan Havens, AlanHavens. So stick with us because next week we will be bringing you Season 1, Episode 4, Teacher's Pet. Thank you so much, and have a great day.
It could be witches, some evil witches, which is ridiculous because witches, they're a persecutor, wicked, good, love the earth, and women power, and I'll be over here. Bump, bump, bump.